Tired of the endless fighting and arguing with a narcissist? Well, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to do instead. Let's dive right in. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Tamie Joyce. I'm the founder of Tamie Coaching, and I run a powerful 8-week transformational coaching program called the Freedom Class, specific to healing and recovery from codependency and narcissistic abuse. If you'd like to learn more about the possibility of becoming a coaching client, there's a link in the description below this video where you can apply to see if you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with either myself or a member of my team. So instead of arguing and fighting with a narcissist, what can you do instead? Well, to begin with, there's going to be a few things that you have to recognize and accept up front. First of all, the narcissist's main agenda is always going to be protecting their false image and overinflated ego. Also, narcissists are fully, fundamentally, and constitutionally incapable of seeing you, hearing you, and feeling for you. Having empathy or remorse for the negative and detrimental effect their attitudes and behavior are having on you is not something that's on the narcissist's radar, or in their toolkit, so to speak. So, understand up front that narcissists are always running their own agenda, and that agenda has zero to do with hearing you, seeing you, empathizing with you, or understanding you, much less supporting and validating you. Rather, their agenda is solely about winning, and in their mind, in order for them to win, you have to lose. So understand and accept up front that this is who and what you're dealing with, and it's not something that is going to change. Narcissists do not change. Hear me? They don't change. In fact, what's going on with them is likely to get worse, not better, over time. And the sooner you surrender to and accept that reality and then start making decisions based in reality, the better off you'll be. Now, a key reason it's not worth arguing or fighting with someone who lands on the spectrum of destructive narcissism is they don't have limits, or boundaries for that matter. So it is never going to be a level playing field. Narcissists don't fight fair. They aren't interested in resolution, understanding, compromise, or win-win. Rather, they'll be ready, willing, and able to go as far as it takes to win, which again means you losing. There is absolutely no point entering the ring with intent to work something out or resolve an issue with someone whose only objective is to win at all costs, including annihilating you and any sense of self-worth or self-esteem or dignity you might have. Narcissists will do and say whatever it takes, no matter how untrue, cruel, or bizarre. They'll go to lengths that you and I would never, ever consider. So understand that in this regard, it is not a level playing field. They play dirty, they fight dirty, and they're good at it. Furthermore, there are no limits to which they will go to win. And this is why it is always going to be in your best interest to not engage in so much as you're able. That's right. Now, I get that this isn't always an option, but if you can, simply stop engaging. When the narcissist comes looking for an argument or is trying to pick a fight, is doing and saying whatever they can to bait or trigger you, simply do not engage. Instead, use one-word responses like, for example, "Oh, okay, I see. I understand. Interesting." Now, is this going to work every time? No. But sooner or later, they'll get the point. And the point is, the message that you're sending is this: there is no narcissistic supply to be had here. And eventually they'll realize that getting a rise out of you isn't as easy as they'd hoped. And they'll be forced to go somewhere else to get their sick needs met, which means leaving you in peace. And don't get me wrong, I know full well how not easy this can be, especially if we're feeling stressed out for any reason, feeling angry, and/or are sleep deprived. When our resources are depleted, putting our ego aside and keeping our mouth shut is a lot harder to do, for sure. It's also much more difficult if we have yet to begin our own healing and recovery work. If you're walking around carrying a mountain of pain and trauma, it is going to be so much harder for you to remain detached. But once you start taking care of yourself and start doing your own work, it becomes a lot easier to disengage and remain detached, calm, cool, and collected, no matter what the narcissist throws at you. And if you need help with that, you're likely an excellent candidate for one of my coaching programs. There's a link in the description below where you can apply to see if you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with either myself or a member of my team. This is for you if you're ready and able to invest in yourself and your healing and recovery journey. If you want the pain to stop, you want to find a way out of the fog, confusion, fear, self-doubt, and anxiety brought on by having been exposed to empathy-impaired emotional manipulators who feel entitled to hurt you, and worse yet, blame you for the hurt they cause. If that's you, the link is in the description below this video. Now, with all of that said, if you have to engage with the narcissist, you have no other alternative, then I recommend that you speak in the I and the we language. Avoid using the word you at all costs. This helps to avoid the narcissist feeling the need to defend themselves. As such, you're far less likely to inflict narcissistic injury and then incite narcissistic rage. Now, a really good way to do this is by using the win technique, which I unpack in this video here. Again, if you have to engage for whatever reason, there's no other alternative, then decide that no matter what the narcissist throws at you, you will stay focused on the issue at hand. Narcissists like to spin, twist, distort, and lie outright as well as lie by omission. And often when confronted with a legitimate issue, all they have in their toolbox is blame shifting and mudslinging. Even if they have to make shit up to make their point, they'll do so. This is often how we discover the true nature of the person we're dealing with. All is well until there's a legitimate issue or a problem to be dealt with. All is well until you try to give them some feedback or attempt to set a reasonable limit or boundary. All is well until you decide to express how you feel about their colossal lack of boundaries and or the impact their appalling attitudes and behavior are having on you. Rather than dealing with whatever the issue is with a relatively healthy and sane adult, you find yourself on the receiving end of a disproportionate attack. Irrational, illogical, and often completely fabricated nonsense even. The kind of nonsense a narcissist will use every time in order to shift blame and avoid accountability. Relatively healthy people won't go to these lengths, but narcissists do, all day long. And furthermore, given the opportunity, a narcissist will gaslight you as a means of covering their own ass. Going down this crazy-making rabbit hole with a narcissist can and will take a toll, a serious toll, even on the strongest of us. So don't go there. It's not going to get you what you want, and it's never going to be worth the price you'll pay. Instead, the trick is to detach, to drop any expectation you have of being seen, heard, validated, or understood. Whatever it takes, stay in your body, breathe, and walk away. Simply say something along the lines of, I feel like I'm not being heard. I'm going to take a break from this conversation. I'll be open to coming back to it if and when we can discuss the issue at hand specifically. Then turn on your heel and leave. Walk away. Is this easy to do? No. No one understands better than me the extent to which it can be maddening to have to deal with an empathy-impaired emotional manipulator who feels entitled to look you dead in the eye and lie to and about you, to your face, no less, while blaming and shaming you for all the damage and destruction they bring to the table of the relationship. I fully get just how utterly mind-bending, crazy-making, hurtful, and frustrating that can be, which is why it is so important for you to fortify yourself. And you do this by focusing on yourself. That's right, taking care of yourself, taking the time to learn new behavior, taking your power back and disengaging and figuring out how to meet your own needs, becoming sovereign. And a big part of this is finding a solid support system of other humans who get it and get you and can support you on this journey, on your path of becoming healthier, happier, more peaceful, and sovereign over time. And while you're at it, you'll learn how to set healthy limits and boundaries. And you do so by embarking on a serious healing and recovery journey, which is the most effective and powerful way to disempower the narcissist in your life. And this is simply a function of becoming willing to do whatever you need to do to take care of you. Take your focus off of the narcissist and whatever it is they're doing or not doing, or saying or not saying. You fortify yourself by becoming willing to put the obsession with the narcissist down and instead choose to go do something good, kind, loving, healthy, and healing for yourself. Extreme self-care must become a lifestyle if you ever want to find peace. So give yourself the gift and fortify yourself. Do whatever you need to do for you. Not for the narcissist, not for the relationship, for you. Here's the thing. Like I said at the top of the video, narcissists don't change. They do not change. So no matter what you have to do or how long it's going to take you, start where you are and start today. Start working on an exit strategy. Start socking away money. Start making a plan for yourself quietly, secretly. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Sharing yourself and the truth of your experience and how you feel, in other words, the effect the narcissist's choices, attitudes, and behavior are having on you, is only setting yourself up to be further harmed. Hurt more than you've already been hurt. Narcissists take that stuff and use it as ammunition against you. So don't go there. Instead, pour all of your time, energy, attention, and resources toward taking care of yourself and navigating your way toward a much happier, healthier, peaceful, and abundant life. You deserve at least that, and so much more. And with that, I'm going to call it a wrap. But before I go, how can Tamie Coaching help you? 4 ways. Number 1, subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell to make sure you get my new video every Friday. Number 2, watch my free web class by clicking on the link in the description below. You'll learn about my personal journey and professional experience through decades of research specific to healing and recovery from codependency and narcissistic abuse. You'll also learn about some powerful strategies that you can begin to use today. Number 3, if you're not sure where to start, but you want to come and learn from my team and I, and you'd like to be supported by a stellar community of like-minded people who are focused on solutions that actually work, you can learn more about my 8-week transformational coaching program, The Freedom Class, by going to www.tamiemcoaching.com and click on Programs and Reviews for all the details. And last but not least, number 4, if you want some help right now because you've got a burning issue, you need something solved, you want to break free from painful relationship patterns permanently and actually make lasting progress in your healing, go to tamiemcoaching.com and click on Apply Now to learn how you can become a client.